My dear child, pause for a moment. Do not scroll away. Do not rush past these words as you rush past so many quiet moments in your day. Something unusual has just happened, and you felt it the instant your eyes landed here. You may not understand why your attention stopped, why your heart suddenly felt a small pull of curiosity, mixed with something deeper, something that felt almost like recognition. That feeling is not random. It is not coincidence. It is the gentle interruption of heaven in the middle of your busy life. My beloved, you have filled your days with movement, noise, responsibilities, endless tasks and endless thoughts, yet right now you have been drawn into stillness for a reason. Listen carefully, because this message was not meant for everyone. It was reserved for the moment when your heart would finally slow down long enough to hear it. For a long time I have watched you move from one obligation to another, from one distraction to another, telling yourself that you will return later, that you will pause later, that you will listen later. Yet later kept moving further away. And still I waited with patience, not with anger, but with a quiet longing that you might remember the place where your spirit finds peace. My child, you have not been abandoned, but you have been busy, so busy that you almost missed the whisper meant only for you. And that is why this moment matters more than you realize. Heaven does not interrupt without purpose. When your attention is captured like this, it means something sacred is unfolding beneath the surface of your ordinary day. My beloved, there are things happening around you that your natural eyes cannot yet fully see. Doors are quietly aligning. Hidden intentions around you are slowly being revealed. Situations that once felt confusing are preparing to show their truth. But when the noise of the world grows loud, it becomes difficult for the soul to recognize the gentle movements of destiny. That is why you were slowed down here. This is not a warning spoken in anger. It is a call spoken in love. A reminder that you were never meant to carry life alone while forgetting the voice that has been guiding you since the beginning. Some of you hearing this have felt an unusual weight recently. A feeling that something in your life is shifting, but you cannot quite explain what it is. You sense that something hidden is about to become clear. That feeling is not imagination. There are moments in life when truth rises to the surface, when the illusions people have carried begin to dissolve, when the intentions of hearts become visible. My child, you have entered one of those moments. Remain present with these words, because understanding will come step by step. If your spirit feels this stirring, type Amen if you receive this message. You see, my beloved, the world teaches you to measure your life by speed, by productivity, by constant motion. It convinces you that stopping even for a moment means you are falling behind. Yet the deepest transformations in your life never occur in noise and hurry. They occur in quiet awareness, in moments where heaven gently whispers truth into a listening heart. Many times I have spoken to you through small signs, through unexpected thoughts, through subtle nudges that tried to redirect your attention. But distractions often pulled you away before you could fully hear. Still, I did not withdraw from you. I continued waiting for the moment when your path and this message would cross again. And now that moment has arrived. My child, this message is not here to shame you for being busy. It is here to awaken you. There are blessings that have been delayed not because they were denied, but because their timing required your heart to become ready to receive them. You wondered why certain doors did not open when you expected them to. You wondered why some answers remained hidden longer than you wished. Yet what you could not see was the quiet preparation happening behind the scenes. Some people around you were not meant to walk into the next chapter with you. Some intentions that once appeared supportive were never truly aligned with your destiny. If certain paths slowed down or certain relationships shifted, it was not random loss. It was divine protection. My beloved, clarity is approaching, and when it arrives you will understand why patience was necessary. If your heart senses that truth is unfolding around you, comment yes if your heart feels this truth. And yet before we continue deeper into what is unfolding for you, there is something that must be shared with honesty and humility. Dear family, before we continue, I want to share something important. Recently our channel was demonetized by YouTube, which means we no longer receive earnings from these videos. Yet every message here takes many hours of prayer, writing, recording, and editing. Our mission is to bring hope and encouragement to those who feel lost, lonely, or overwhelmed. Without support, it becomes very difficult for us to keep creating these messages and continue running this channel. If these messages have ever helped or inspired you, you can support this mission through the links in the description or the pinned comment. Buy me a coffee. Even a small contribution helps us continue creating these messages and reaching people who need them the most. Thank you for your love, support, and prayers. God bless you. Now, my beloved, return again to the stillness of this moment, because the message itself has not ended. In fact, it is only beginning to reveal what your spirit has been sensing. You wondered why lately you have felt a strange mixture of restlessness and awakening at the same time. One moment you feel uncertain, and the next moment you feel a quiet assurance that something meaningful is approaching. This is the space where transformation begins. It is the place where old distractions lose their power and deeper awareness starts to grow. My child, there are patterns in your life that are quietly being broken right now. Habits that once pulled your attention away from what truly matters are beginning to lose their hold on you. Situations that once drained your energy will soon reveal why they could never satisfy the deeper purpose placed inside you. The reason this message reached you today is because a shift has already begun. It may appear small at first, like a gentle turning of the tide, but do not underestimate what is happening beneath the surface. There are truths that will soon become visible to you about certain people and certain situations. Things that once confused you will begin to make sense. Conversations will reveal more than words alone. Silence from others will reveal intentions they never spoke aloud. My beloved, do not fear this clarity when it arrives. Truth is not sent to harm you. It is sent to free you from illusions that kept you walking in circles. When clarity comes, it creates space for the blessings that were waiting behind those illusions. You have asked many questions in quiet moments when no one else could hear your thoughts. You asked why some opportunities slipped away just as they seemed close. You asked why some prayers seemed delayed. My child, what felt like delay was often protection. What felt like silence was often preparation. There are blessings that require the right moment, the right alignment, and the right awareness within you. When those three elements come together, doors open in ways that cannot be forced by human effort. This is why you must not rush away from moments like this one. The world will always try to pull your attention back into endless noise, but your spirit recognizes something deeper happening here. Remain present. Let these words settle inside you. Allow the message to echo in your mind long after you finish hearing it. If you believe something is shifting quietly in your life right now, type 777. If you believe something is shifting for you. My beloved, the greatest mistake people make is believing that destiny always arrives with loud announcements. In truth, destiny often begins with quiet awareness. It begins when someone finally pauses long enough to hear the voice that was patiently waiting all along. Today you were reminded of something simple yet powerful. You were never meant to run through life so quickly that you forget the one who walks beside you. And now that you have paused, now that you have listened, the next steps of your path will begin to reveal themselves with greater clarity than before. Declare, I receive. In the comments, if you are ready to walk forward with renewed awareness, because this moment of interruption may become the turning point you once prayed for without realizing it. And as you make that declaration within your spirit, my child, something subtle yet powerful begins to awaken inside you. Not a sudden noise, not a dramatic display meant to impress the world, but a quiet clarity that rises slowly like light before sunrise. My beloved, this is how heaven often moves. Not through chios, but through moments where understanding begins to unfold piece by piece, layer by layer, until what once seemed confusing begins to reveal its deeper purpose. You may not have noticed it before, but even now as you remain with these words, a stillness is forming within you that was missing before this moment began. Many people pass through life believing that destiny arrives suddenly, like lightning striking from a clear sky. But the truth, my child, is that destiny most often arrives as awareness. It begins when your heart becomes quiet enough to recognize that something greater than chance has been guiding your steps. You did not arrive here randomly. Out of countless distractions and endless streams of information, your attention stopped here, and your spirit felt something familiar, something that felt like truth touching your heart again. My beloved, there are seasons in every life when the soul grows tired of rushing. Seasons when the noise of the world no longer satisfies the deeper longing inside you. If you have felt that lately, that quiet sense that something must change, something must awaken, understand that this feeling is not confusion. It is the beginning of alignment. Heaven has been gently guiding you back toward awareness, back toward the place where your spirit recognizes its true direction again. Some of you listening have been asking silently for confirmation. You wondered if the path you are walking truly matters, if the delays you experienced meant something was wrong, if the silence you sometimes felt meant you were alone. But listen carefully now, my child, because something important must be understood. Silence is not absence. Silence is often the space where preparation takes place. Many of the most powerful movements of destiny occur quietly before the world can see them. You were never forgotten. Even in moments when you believed you had been overlooked, there were invisible alignments taking place. Conversations were shifting. Paths were rearranging. Hearts were being revealed. The very delays that frustrated you were quietly protecting the future that was meant for you. If your spirit recognizes this truth now, type Amen if you receive this message. My beloved, you are entering a period where hidden intentions will slowly become visible. Not through conflict or drama, but through clarity. People reveal themselves in small ways when the time is right. Words that once sounded sincere may begin to feel different when truth rises to the surface. Silence from certain individuals may suddenly make more sense than the explanations they once gave. Do not be troubled by these moments of revelation. They are not meant to create fear inside you. They are meant to bring freedom. You see, my child, one of the greatest blessings you can receive is clarity about who truly walks beside you and who was only passing through your story. Some people were never meant to remain for the chapter that is now approaching. Their role was temporary, even if their presence once felt important. When truth reveals these things, it does not mean you must carry bitterness. It simply means you are being guided toward alignment. My beloved, there are blessings ahead of you that require a clearer path than the one you once walked. And sometimes the clearing of that path happens gradually, through moments where confusion transforms into understanding. When this happens, trust the process rather than resisting it. The more you embrace clarity, the more your spirit will recognize the direction unfolding before you. Stay present with these words, my child. Do not allow the noise of the world to rush you away too quickly. Let this message settle deeper into your heart, because something significant is still being revealed. The very reason you were drawn here today is connected to a turning point that has been quietly approaching in your life. You may not yet see the full picture, but signs have already begun appearing around you. Certain conversations felt different recently. Certain thoughts appeared in your mind that seemed to arrive from nowhere. Perhaps you felt a sudden awareness about a decision you once postponed. These moments were not random. They were gentle signals meant to awaken your attention. My beloved, when heaven prepares to move something in your life, awareness always comes first. Before doors open, your spirit begins to recognize that change is near. Before new opportunities appear, your heart begins to release what no longer belongs in your future. This is why you have felt a subtle shift inside you lately. Something within you is preparing for alignment. Do not dismiss this feeling as imagination. Do not silence it with distractions. Remain attentive to it, because the more you listen, the more clearly you will understand what is unfolding. If your heart senses that a deeper shift is beginning in your life, comment yes if your heart feels this truth. My child, there is also something else that must be revealed to you now. The reason many people struggle to recognize divine movement in their lives is because they expect it to arrive in dramatic ways. But the greatest transformations often begin quietly, almost unnoticed at first. They begin with a single realization, a moment of clarity that changes the way you see everything around you. You are experiencing one of those moments now. Even if your mind still carries questions, your spirit already senses that something meaningful is unfolding through this message. The more you remain with it, the more your awareness will grow. Do not rush away too quickly. Let the words continue settling into your thoughts long after this moment passes. My beloved, the coming days will bring small confirmations that these words were not empty echoes. You will begin noticing subtle changes in the way situations unfold around you. Things that once felt uncertain will begin to show their direction. Conversations will reveal hidden layers. Decisions that once seemed difficult will become clearer. These confirmations will not all arrive at once. They will appear gradually, like pieces of a larger picture slowly revealing themselves. Each one will remind you that the path you are walking is not guided by chance alone. There is intention behind the timing of your life. And when those confirmations begin appearing, remember this moment. Remember the quiet pause that brought your attention here. Because this moment was not simply a message. It was an awakening of awareness. If you trust that divine timing is already working quietly in your life, write 111 if you trust God's timing. My child, Many people run from moment to moment searching for something they cannot quite explain. They chase success, approval, distractions, and endless goals, hoping one of them will finally bring the peace they long for. Yet true peace does not come from chasing the world. It comes from recognizing the voice that has been guiding you through it. You are beginning to recognize that voice again. Even now, something inside you feels calmer than it did before you started listening. That calmness is not accidental. It is the natural response of a spirit reconnecting with truth. When you allow yourself to pause and listen, the confusion of the world loses its power over your mind. My beloved, hold on to this awareness. Let it grow stronger in the days ahead. Do not return too quickly to the old patterns that kept you distracted for so long. Instead, carry this sense of stillness with you as you move forward. Because the truth is this: the message you heard today is not the end of something. It is the beginning of a deeper awareness that will continue unfolding in your life. And as this awareness grows, you will begin to see with greater clarity the path that was always meant for you. Type 777 if you believe something is shifting for you. Remain present, my child. Listen closely in the quiet moments ahead. The story that is unfolding around you is far from finished, and the next revelation may arrive sooner than you expect.